Afternoon, wherever you may be in Australia and New Zealand. Welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us. Today's webinar is going to step over the Jeunesse Preferred program. Now, we are launching this program throughout Australia and New Zealand on December 1. So to step us through it today is none other than expert on this particular program and Senior Director of Field Development from the United States office, Lucy West. Please welcome Lucy to the webinar.
Thank you so much, Rachel, and thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on this webinar. And you may see this go live a couple of days before December the 1st, so it's a really good thing, those of you that are on the webinar that are watching it right now, because at least if you get any phone calls from the people on your team, you'll know what to share with them about it. So Rachel, if it's okay with you, if you could mute yourself just so we have the minimum amount of noise.
Of course.
And then if you want to jump on and say anything, then please do. We are recording this webinar, so it will be available for you to share with your teams if you want to have some more information later on about it. So we're going to start over this. It's in 2017, it's become a master of two practices. Really, we may as well think about 2018. We've got a couple weeks left here of 2017, and hopefully all of you are busy with the Shoot for Sapphire, the Global Shoot for Sapphire, and are going to be earning that. But your customers are important as well. And these are different because these are customers who you may not be able to get, who are brand new. And the only reason why they would join your team is because of the discount that you can offer these customers. So a Jeunesse Preferred customer is a customer that can get 25% off the retail price. It's 15% off Nebo and Zen because they still have to keep that competitive in the marketplace, which is why it's only 15%. But all the products are included. With the other program that we had about the customers, there was only 5 or 6 products, and in some countries there were only 2 that you could choose from. As a better customer program is a customer wants whatever product that customer wants. So all of them are available with the Jeunesse Preferred. And the registration is very simple through the Jeunesse replicating website. So the customer perks are that they get the 25% off retail, and they join Smart Delivery. So the deal is if they want the 25% off, then they get on your auto ship. And Smart Delivery and auto ship are exactly the same name. Slowly but surely, we're changing it all over the world. So it will no longer be called auto ship. It'll be called Smart Delivery. So there's also another word that's thrown in there for those of you that have been in this business for a while, convenience plan. So auto ship, convenience plan, and Smart Delivery all are exactly the same word. They just mean that somebody is going to get automatically charged each month for a product. When the Jeunesse Preferred customer signs up, if they buy 2 or 3 products, those products on the very first order automatically become their Smart Delivery, their auto ship. They can go in an hour after they purchase and adjust their Smart Delivery for one product, or they can go in the next day. They can adjust their Smart Delivery up until the day before their auto ship runs. So it will be up to you to work with your customers, because if they cancel their Smart Delivery, they'll no longer get the 25% off. They'll be right back to retail. So in order to keep the 25% off, they need to make sure that even if it's a cleanser or the smallest product that keeps them on the auto ship each month. I was very surprised when we launched this program in the United States last March, because I thought, well, we'll be lucky if we see people buying 2 or 3 months. What was amazing is some people went in there 4 or 5 times a month and made a purchase. And that I didn't think was going to happen. So, and we did have a lot of people buying 4 or 5 times as well. So you do get a customer for longer, as we know that one-time retail customers rarely return and buy a second time. There's no membership fee. So for some people who are a little bit hesitant about giving out their government ID, or if they really are not ready to do it, it's a great way to start someone out. They can become a preferred customer, and they can upgrade to a distributor anytime they want. The Smart Delivery obviously means that there's no interruptions. They get their products. If somebody gets on a Smart Delivery for a serum, most people want their serum every month. It's designed to last 30 days. So is the Reserve. So by getting on the monthly, I mean, all of the big companies, you know, like the Amazons and all of those have the monthly reordering now as well. So it's a great way for them to make a significant savings. And the other thing that you can tell your customer is, you know, looking at the pricing that you had for New Zealand and for Australia, obviously you're paying taxes. When you take 25% off, the taxes are being paid at the 25% off price. So there's even a bigger savings because paying taxes on the full retail is quite a bit more. When we looked at Europe and the VAT, there was a significant savings as well. So, and of course, there's the 30-day money-back guarantee. Rachel, you'll have to just make sure that it's exactly the same guarantee around the world, but that's what we are standardly offering customers around the world. For the distributors, you do get a retail profit. And I know many of you are thinking, well, where does the retail profit come from? Obviously, if you were selling, it comes from the wholesale to the retail price. The 25% off comes off what you would make as a distributor. But because you're doing that, you're able to get the customer, and we're able to program it with the 25% off. So the trade-off is you get a customer purchasing for longer. You get full CVs, as with the other customer program, you got 50% of the CVs, and you get full CVs on this one. You get your weekly commission, you get the full CV, and also you can place Jeunesse preferred customers in the tree on either side, as you cannot do that with a retail customer. A retail customer purchases through your URL, and it's like your CV. As this is, wherever you have your profile set to the left or the right, your Jeunesse preferred customer will drop to the bottom of the left or drop to the bottom of the right side. And if ever you are bored and you're wanting an exercise one day, you need to see how important constantly recruiting and bringing CVs are and placing them on the bottom of the left and the bottom of the right. You'd be surprised at how many cycles are triggered by that 60 CV or that CV falling. And by placing constant new volume happening in your outside left and your outside right, it goes up, and all the people above that can use those CVs to cycle. And it's hugely important for a fully functioning, healthy binary. So you do need to remember, though, with this new customer program, that where you have your profile set, left, right, or automatic, that is where your Jeunesse preferred customer is going to fall. And there's going to be additional incentives and promotions. Rachel's already had a sneak peek. We're going to start programming that in 2018. So probably by April of next year, there'll be a loyalty program to accompany this Jeunesse program. But we're going to start off right now just with the Jeunesse preferred. So how it works is, obviously a customer has they can purchase at full retail and they can become a Jeunesse preferred. When I was training at the expo that we had in Orlando, I was saying, obviously if somebody wants retail, the first thing you're going to do is going to go for the retail price, because it is your profit. And if you can sell retail, that's great. But where the Jeunesse preferred comes in is you've finished doing a party or you've finished doing a presentation. The products are there. You've given them the full retail price. They don't want to be a distributor, and you can see them humming and hawing over the retail price. Some people are even looking it up online at that point. And you've got the option of saying, or you can become one of my preferred customers and get 25% off. You can cancel your smart delivery anytime they want, which they can do. So they could buy the product at 25% off and they could go in the next day and cancel it. But when they cancel, they're back up to full retail. And it will only be triggered again once they have a successful smart delivery in order to get back on track. So, but if you hadn't been able to offer them the 25% off, the chances are you wouldn't have got that distributor and you would not have got that customer. So it's really a mindset. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm losing all this money off retail. No, you're not. You just got yourself a customer that you would have lost before if you had not been able to offer them 25% off. And once you've got a new customer, that new customer is the gateway for you to talk to about 14 other people. Customers have friends, they refer friends, customers know people who might be distributors. I mean, everybody that comes into your business is a potential lead for 14 more other people to come into your business. So Rachel helped me put this together this morning, and thank you so much for the New Zealand prices and the Australian prices as well. So you can see here's a really good example on the Reserve and the Cellular Rejuvenation Serum, which are two of our top repeat order products. I think 80% of the people that order the serum, repeat order on that. So that's a great one to start people off with. And, people want to know if that's expensive or not. I will say, well, why don't you save the Airplane magazine and you look at La Prairie and Guerlain and what they're charging for all of those cosmetics and all of those serums, and you'll see what an incredible deal you'll get with the Jeunesse Profit, besides the fact none of them have any of the technology or the, ADP 200 that ours has. But anyway, moving along off the product, back to the pricing. So Reserve, you've got let's stay with the Australian dollar of 184.21. The Jeunesse preferred price is 138. So that's a pretty good savings for someone who's looking to start as your customer. And then the wholesale is 114.60. So the retail profit is a great profit if you can sell it for retail. So, we're always saying first choice is see if you can sell it for retail. But if not, even that, 23.40 is a nice profit that you can get. This is not going to be, a big retail profit using the Jeunesse Preferred. What you've got, though, is you've got a customer and you've got the 60 CV and you are helping your team, because that is going to the bottom of the outside left or the bottom of the outside right. And you can see for New Zealand, too, the retail amount and the Jeunesse Preferred price and the wholesale and the retail profit and the Jeunesse. And then you can also see the same thing on the Cellular Rejuvenation Serum, the difference in the profits. So, this is all going to be available. If you want to do a screenshot of this, you can, so that you can analyze it a little bit more. But again, we are recording this webinar, and you'll be able to review it and absorb it a little bit more. So how it all works is the front of your website is, they will go and they will choose it. They all look a little bit different. So whatever the front of your website looks like when we go live tomorrow or the next day, is you'll go to the front and you will choose skincare, let's say. So now this is definitely Australia. You can see this. So then you'll go to the product that you want. And in this case, we're just showing you with the Cellular Rejuvenation Serum because we just saw an example with the pricing. So you will choose and you will add it to the cart. At this time, nobody sees that there is an alternative price. On step 3, you will see convenience plan. We're trying to get them to change that to smart delivery. But anyway, if it's convenience plan price, there's where you will see the discounted Australian price of the product, and they will have to click on that and they can proceed to the checkout. And you'll get to the point where this next screen will come up, which says register for 25% off. And where they actually fill this out and they create their own back office. So they'll create a username, they'll have a name, address. They have to have a unique email. If they have already bought and used an email, they won't be allowed to become a Jeunesse Preferred. It has to have a unique email. And then they'll create a password as well, so that they'll be able to log into their back office and manage it. And now they're enrolling, and it takes them through the step-by-step continue, and then they get to their back office. And the back office is a totally customer-friendly. All it has is a shop. It has information about Zen Project 8, because I hear Mark McDonald was just over there. It has upgrade to a distributor, a tab there where they can go and they can buy a kit and they can become a distributor. It has their auto ship. They cannot do a manual order for auto ship. They can adjust their auto ship. They can adjust the product, but they can't do create and pay for it now. They can also go to their shop and they can add other products. So the best thing that you can do as a good sponsor to Jeunesse Preferred is make sure, after they buy their initial order, that you make sure that they know which product they want for their monthly order, or if they join with 3 products, they might be getting 3 products every month, and that might be a bit much for some people. We want them to be happy. We want them to be always getting the products that they want. But you can also show them how to log back in and go to the shop if they want to choose other products. And they may well have other friends. Once you start seeing results, and the wrinkles start going down, or you start losing weight with a Zen or whatever it may be, they may well want to buy products for their friends. So customers can add or remove products. If the customer discontinues their smart delivery, they can purchase items at retail. Unless they get back on, have another smart delivery, then it will go down again to the preferred customer. So I think it's important that everybody knows that, and it's better to adjust it to just like a cleanser or whatever the smallest product that you have in Australia, and then they can go into their shop anytime they want during the month and get their products with the up to 25% off. So this is just an example, just to show, you know, how important the customers are. All of this is an example of a perfect binary where everybody's on a 60 CV auto ship or smart delivery. And you can see how quickly the CVs add up when everybody adds a customer. I mean, just one customer. And even if Bill and Mike and Anna hadn't got a customer, the fact that if you placed a customer underneath one, all of that 60 CV is going up and helping all of the people above. And I mean, if everybody had 2 customers, how ideal would that be? And you can imagine how important the volume is. I think for many years, we, Jeunesse, as a company, focused on just buying packages. And we now are 8 years old. We're a $1.5 billion company. We have such incredible infrastructure around the world. You know, we have general managers, and we have distribution center. We're fully registered and legal. We're paying taxes, and we can get product in people's hands within 5 or 6 days. That we've come to a whole new level now where, you know, and our product is so well known. The first thing that usually going into a country that anyone says is it's an amazing product. So customers are super important, because what we need to do now as the stage that Jeunesse is in is open as many doors as possible for people. So obviously the first door you're looking for is distributors, but that's not what everybody wants to do. Retail customers, it's not what everyone wants to do. Preferred customer, it's just another door. Maybe that's it. The way that you are able to say, I can give you 25% off and you can be my preferred customer. Maybe that's, you know, without having to give them ID or anything else like that. They can just get started, and maybe they will upgrade. Maybe they'll refer some friends and they'll see that they should. But again, it's completely optional. When we go live with this program, it doesn't mean that you have to do it or you have to change all of your retail customers over. If you do want to change your retail customers over, Rachel and I can do another webinar for you. We'll leave it in about a month. And the customer referral manager, actually where you go and you manage all of your customers, has a button below where you can actually change a retail customer into a preferred customer. But that would change the profit that you're making on that customer. So all of the distributor volume, customer volume creates cycles, retail profit, more retail sales bonuses from new distributors coming in, customer acquisition incentives, bonus pools, travel incentives, and of course, it all becomes PGV for the global shoot for Sapphire. So improved customer experience, easy to explain program, up to 25% off the retail pricing, no membership fee or sensitive personal information required. All Jeunesse retail profit products are included, and the CV remains at full value. So I'm going to bring Rachel back on the line right now. If you could unmute yourself, Rachel, and just go a little bit over everything that you've been preparing to go live with this in Australia.
Thanks, Lucy, for taking us through that. As you can see, this is going to be an amazing addition to your business, and ready to go on the 1st of December is the frequently asked questions, a full PowerPoint training that Lucy stepped through here today. We will have distributor and customer price lists, distributor and customer flyers that you can share throughout your team. All of our email blasts and text communications are ready to go on the 1st of December. We'll have this webinar recorded, and as Lucy mentioned, we'll do another update webinar in the next 2 weeks to a month, just to go over this again. And we'll also be going through this with our leadership team so they can then feed it out through the field. So keep an eye out for all of this, guys. As I said, coming on the 1st of December. We've also been working on some videos that'll be in English and Chinese as well. that will be available on the 1st of December. And we'll go through a very similar training here to what Lucy has stepped you through today. That way you have all the information at your fingertips that you can send it out to your customers. You can look through it, and it'll just really help you be able to understand this program. So look, guys, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day. Look, any questions at all, reach out to our customer service team. They've all been fully briefed and fully trained on this. And as I said, keep an eye out for all the communication. Okay, thank you again, guys, and we'll look forward to this program launching.